music's like 90s. Like this would be something that's on Angel. as he's walking away after he killed a whole bunch of vampires.
Gonna go bang any of the random strange he finds.
You know I'm right. Like this is some music that would be playing like at like a bar scene where he's like stalking some chick who's about to get killed by some vampires, and he's just like in the background. You know I'm right. They played something very similar in the first episode. Remember you probably don't remember this. I just recently resaw it. Remember that episode where there was an alien, not an alien, like a demon or some shit that was taking over, like he would transfer bodies.
Yeah. And
there was like a scene where they would keep, and the only way to do it was through sex, of course, because that's the only way to do it.
Of course.
And so there was like a song similar to this that would play in the background as you would see people changing bodies, and he's looking through different clubs to see. Anyways, long story short, the point is that this is a very like late 90s, early 2000s kind of clubbish kind of song. I don't know how to put it other than that.
After he solved the problem and he's coming to
lay some pipe. He can't lay pipe. Angel is like the dude that got the least pipe in laying in the whole
that, or he's
genre.
Just coming to brood.
To brood, yeah, pretty much.
So,
it's really creepy rewatching those episodes. I won't spoil it for anybody, for you guys.
Does he look exactly like him?
No, and I don't. He's got a bigger brow than I do. But I could pull out that vampire shit where I'm just sitting in the corners being like broody guy, and chicks are like, "Oh, he's so mysterious."
You look very much like him.
I should have gone as Angel for Halloween. Nobody would have gotten that reference.
Yeah, man.
Like, welcome to 2000. I'm like, yeah, I'm still there.
I'm always there.
So what's going on with you, man? Another week. The only thing going on with me is that as we slowly itch closer to Black Friday, which, you know, this is the pre-Black Friday podcast. Friday? No, is it? When's Black Friday? Thanksgiving? Yeah. So this is the pre-Black Friday podcast. I feel like I can't do another Black Friday thumbnail again.
No.
And I forgot to link all the previous Black Friday videos on the last video because I said I would do it and I didn't do it. And by now, all of you that are have watched that video are already come and gone, so I'm not going to go back and do it. But, you know, when I go back and re-edit these videos for iTunes, a lot of shit's not going to make sense. Where I'm like, oh, links down below, like and subscribe. I guess that would still make sense, but the links and stuff won't make sense. So anyways, I'm just prepped, man. I mean, I've looked at all the ads. All the ads have been out already. I know I'm going for nothing, but I'm still going.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, not too much. I asked my sister, maybe she wants us to grab her something. I think we're going to hit up Target, right? Is that what we agreed on?
Yeah, Target or Walmart. I mean, if they need something, let me know. We can go wherever it is. I'm not
I was telling you, my sister gets to go to work at 5:30. She's going to work 5:30 to 10, so it's not too bad. You're saying back in the day at...
We're still going early, by the way. So don't get all lazy on me and being like, oh, we're going to go early. I thought we'd go casually.
I'm not going to go early.
Yeah,
everything
man.
Opens up on Thanksgiving Day, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to go then.
Yeah. All right, just to make sure. Half the fun of even doing this is just to be in the middle of that craziness.
I'm gonna eat my Cracker Barrel.
The Cracker Barrel?
Yeah. I'm not gonna make Thanksgiving dinner. What am I, poor?
Oh, jeez.
Spend.
They're open? Cracker Barrel's open?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get my Cracker Barrel because I have money like that. Spend on food. And I'm gonna go spend more money on stuff I don't need. So yeah, people know what's up. Anyways, I was telling you, my sister has to work 5:30 to 10 at her retail job. I was asking you what times did you used to work?
Yeah.
At your job where you used to work.
I had to go early as ball. I mean, not too early.
I don't want to say where you used to work because we're still waiting on some
deliberations.
Some deliberations, some legalities, statute of limitations going on.
Yeah, I remember my first job was retail, and I remember having to go really early. And the problem wasn't really working the registers or being there during the hecticness. It was cleaning up at night, because if you had to close, and let's say closing was at 9, the store was so fucked that you were there till at least 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
That was hard. And if I had school the next day, that would be a rough day.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how they can legally do it. If I was like 17 or whatever, making kids work that late and having to go to school on Friday. But were we off in school?
You would have been off in school.
I guess that makes sense, right? I'm thinking more work-wise. Oh, I forgot the salted caramel mocha was back, man. This is so good. Some of you guys are like, this guy's a basic bitch. Look, this shit is good. And I think there's like extra salt and caramel on this, so this is extra.
That's just my salt.
I just flaked over. I know how you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, it's just my salt. That's all it is. Yeah, I'm not super crazy about these drinks. This is all right. Yes.
I like mine, but I've always liked it.
First coffee I drank in years.
Shut the fuck up. You drank coffee like last weekend.
I only drink the frappuccinos. Like, this is actual, like, hot
Coffee. I mean, the other one has coffee too, but that has espresso. I think the other one doesn't. I think it's I don't know what the fuck the other stuff is. I don't know. Don't quote me. I'm not a coffee maker. So, what's going on with you, man?
Nothing, man. Just long week. Gearing up for vacation. That's all.
I wish I had vacation.
You're not off next week?
I'm off for Thanksgiving.
You only have, what, Thursday, Friday?
I'll probably be off Thursday and Friday.
You don't have Tuesday?
No.
You don't have Wednesday?
No.
Oh, I got Monday, Tuesday. I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
In fact, I might even work so that I can get... I mean, maybe I'll do 3 10s.
Wow. 3 10s.
Yeah, maybe I'll do 3 10s. That way I can use the least amount of PTO possible.
Jeez, man.
I'm stocking it up, man. I'm stocking it up like some non-derogatory term.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I want to be able to do 1 or 2 things. One, just take a fat vacation, like a fat vacation.
A 3-week one. Actually, me and my sister, because we're into the wrestling thing, right?
Yeah.
Slightly. You might have known we're
You've gone to a
into
couple.
it.
You've gone to a couple.
Yeah. So they're actually doing a cruise where they're gonna have where they're having a wrestling tournament on there, and they have some of our favorite wrestlers on there.
They're like WWE people.
No, they're one of the other wrestling promotions.
Local? Oh, okay.
So, all the shirts I'm always wearing. Well, that's not helpful. I wear so many. That's not helpful at all.
Well, that and podcasters don't know what the fuck you wear.
Well, I was telling you, but
yeah.
I do wear a lot of wrestling shirts. So that's like half my
attire.
Which I was just telling you the other day when we were trying to go out for your birthday. I was like, oh, I gotta put on like an actual like shirt that doesn't have like a logo. Just in case some chick wants to give me some brain, like while we're bowling, and so
that's gonna be clip of the week.
And so I was like, I don't have any. I have like I only have shirts with like wrestling logos or anime shirts or these freaking like band tees. I'm like, I need to grow up and like buy some like actual like plain shirts. So, but anyway, so they're having a cruise with like wrestling tournament on there. We're thinking about going on that.
How much? I mean, is it pricey?
Yeah, it's a little pricey. For like the most expensive one, it's like $1,700 a ticket. And
How
then
much?
$1,700.
Ugh, that's pricey, man.
Yeah. I guess that's like
but
first
that's
class.
That's a week.
I think it's like
How long is a cruise?
2.
2 weeks. I mean, that's not bad.
And it's from Miami to...
That's more than I paid for my vacation, by the way.
Yeah. That's what I was telling her. It's from like Miami to the Bahamas.
Wow. Miami, that'd be sweet, though. I've been wanting to do a big cruise because I like the idea of everything being, part of the package. I like package deals like that where everything's part of it, where I don't want to have to take cash with me everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Giving cash and working math and tips and all that shit. I'd rather just give tips. That's what I liked about going to Mexico. But I will say, if I do something like the trip I did this year again, I'd have to go for 2 weeks, man. Because that first week you're in a rush to get everything done. Ed Sheeran here and shit. I mean, everything. You're in a rush to do everything that you can. I mean, I feel like we got it done in that week, but there wasn't a lot of like just bored time. Like you want to be able to just to lay by the beach and relax, and I didn't feel like I didn't have enough of that. And I feel like if you're not at the end of your vacation ready to come home, or bored enough where you're like, all right, I'd be okay going home. Like I feel like you didn't decompress enough.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'd have to have 2 weeks next time.
Yeah. So we that was the tickets for like the most. That's like first class. So like I don't know what that would. I know what it entail, but like I guess it's a bigger room.
Probably a bigger room. Yeah.
And so like I don't know, it's not coach. It's like something else class, and that would be like $750 a person.
But see, from what once again, I've never done cruises.
Yeah.
But from what I hear from people that have gone on cruises, is that for some of those really big boats, there's a lot of shit to do in there.
Yeah.
Like there's clubs, there's bars,
Yeah,
I think there's like bowling alleys.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of shit. So you're not spending a lot of time in your room. Most of your time you're out and just doing stuff because it's like a big city. So the only reason you need a big room like that is if you're like laying mad dick down and you need to be able to just fucking put girls up against walls and corners and throw them up against like the iron board and, you know, be able to just to get, if you need those balcony rooms, you just lay the chick over the balcony and you just hammer it in home while you're on the boat. I mean, if you're going to be doing crazy stuff like that, then yeah, probably justifiable to get the bigger room.
Yeah.
Right? But otherwise, if you're outside just messing around, you might as well just get the room that Leonardo was in at the bottom by the steamboat, steam room or whatever. You know what I mean?
That's what we're saying. And then we're also like, you know, you're on a boat, so, you know, one, you might die.
I don't know about that.
Hey, man, hurricane, Bermuda Triangle, shit happens.
I feel like if you go on that trip, though, you have to, on the way as you're boarding the trip, as you're boarding the boat, you got to have one of those boom boxes with you and just be thumping that song, The Lonely Island, where you're just like, I'm on a boat, man. I'm going fast as shit. I'm going fast and shit.
Going fast, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be doing that and singing along as you're doing it.
Yeah, but so we might go on that. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I've been wanting to do a cruise. I mean, I talked to my mom about the trip after I took it, and she was just like, no, you got to go somewhere else, because she's like, oh, you're going to want to go back there again, but you got to explore other places. And although I'm down to explore the places, like I've been telling you, I want to go to Japan still. That's still one of my, like, to-go places. But that was such a great trip. Like, I wouldn't mind rerunning it again. You know what I mean? There's a beautiful place. The food was great. Dude, the other day, just the taste of one of those fish tacos, just I don't know why it popped in my head, and I was like, I can go for a dozen of those things right now. And with an all-inclusive like I had, you could just be like, keep bringing those. Like, until I tell you to stop, bring a new plate every 10 minutes. Every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes. When you drop that plate off, go to the back and tell them to start making another one. Like, keep it going.
That's, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, so
in reality, like, they saved money on me on the alcohol because I didn't have a lot of alcohol. But in the food, I got to make it up. So keep the tacos coming.
Well, if I'm there,
tearing it up, man.
I'll be tearing up the alcohol.
Shit.
Yeah, man. That's what we got to do. We got to do maybe sometime. We got to hit up those bars.
I keep telling you, but you're just like, all right. And you never tell me when you want to go. I'm down.
Anytime.
I'm down, man. Let's go.
I told this hoe from what I know. I was like, hey, we're hitting up this bar? She's like, yeah. But I'm here with you, so obviously that didn't happen.
Today?
Yeah.
So what happened?
I'm here with you. I just said that.
But did she was down and you canceled on her or what?
No, I don't know. I think she was messing around. I don't know.
Oh. Should follow up with her and be like, what? It's going to happen or what?
I'm going to check Facebook right now. She's probably getting...
At the bar right now?
Yeah, at the bar right now. I'm like,
Jeez.
Hey, that alcohol could have been mine. I can stop whenever I want. I'm not an alcoholic, by the way.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I just have a preference on my alcohols.
So I was... So did I tell you my Okay. Let me preference something, okay?
Like, I'm not racist.
But
yeah.
No, man, I was going to get I needed salad, right? And I ran out of salad.
Uh-huh.
So I thought I'd never say those words coming out of my mouth. Hear those words coming out of my mouth. So I went to this grocery store by my house, and I got out of my car and I was like, oh, for some reason my wallet was my dashboard and not like on my pocket. So I got back in my car, and as like I got out of my car and I went to go back in, I saw this like insanely hot chick walking in, and she looked like, you know, my age, maybe slightly younger, and she was with this older guy. So I don't know if that was her dad or her sugar daddy or something. I don't know.
Probably
what the hell's
sugar
going on, right?
daddy.
And
But
like
who am I to say? Was into younger girls for years.
And this girl was a dime. Okay, let me start talking about, like, this girl's a great looking girl. Tits were on point. Like yeah, that was a great boob job, or she was just naturally gifted, right? Beautiful girl. But she had the sourest bitch face I've ever seen. Like one of those high maintenance chicks, which would make sense that she was like the sugar daddy's girl, because she would just seem like a bitch, like just like one of those girls that thinks her shit don't stink kind of girls. And it just like it made me it sometimes gives me different perspectives, because once in a while I think of like really hot chicks that I'm like, oh, you know, it must be hard sometimes to be a hot chick, because then you're also it's more difficult for dudes to approach you if you're super attractive. Like, for example, if you saw Demi Lovato, you'd be less likely to approach her because she's a celebrity or because she's attractive, because I know you're into her, than it would be to like approach like, you know, a girl that's not as hot, right? And every once in a while I'm like, it must be hard probably being a hot chick, right? But then it makes me realize a lot of hot chicks think their shit don't stink. And for some reason, man, like that is so unattractive to me. Like a chick that has like insane, not just like standards, but also like that stuck-upness is fucking disgusting to me. It's almost as disgusting, almost, as like fake lips. I can't stand fake lips either. If I see a chick with fake lips, it grosses me out. I'm like, what? Do you have like a tumor growing in your mouth? What's going on right now?
You don't like the duck face?
I don't like the duck face. You know, there's certain things as males. I think I'll continue my idea and then I'll tell you what it is. I think there's certain things as males that you accept that are plastic. You know, some people are okay with like boob jobs. Some people are okay with like butt jobs. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm gonna use it. Some people are okay with like, you know, people just pump fat into their asses. Some people
Is that how that works?
Yeah, some people actually do that. They do it where like they pump stuff out and then out of your, like, let's say love handles or your stomach or whatever, and they pump it in your ass and they just fill it. Some people walking by me like, what the hell's going on? But anyways, I mean, and I have a theory that I think whatever was the thing you were exposed to as a kid is the thing you were like normalized. For example, like we grew up with boob jobs.
Yeah.
Like our age was the point where like boob jobs started becoming popular. Pamela Anderson became popular. It became more and more popular in porn. And so boob jobs are definitely like a norm in our generation. Just like some kids say nowadays that like eating ass is their normal thing, right?
Yeah.
Like the young kids now. I think whatever it is that you were exposed to as a young kid is like what you normalize and become a standard. And I think boob jobs are very normalized for us. But for me, like a butt job is gross. Like lip injections are disgusting. Then you get to those chicks that just can't age, and then they have like the alien looking faces because they're just injecting shit in their faces, and then they just can't move and have expressions anymore. That is insanely unattractive to me. But I digress. My point is that attitude shit, there's a difference between a confident woman that's confident in herself and confident in what she looks like and is comfortable with her body and herself, and then a bitch that just thinks that like her fucking pussy should be put on a pedestal. That right there is like, I'm done with you. Like, I won't interact with you. I don't care if you're insanely hot. Like the guy in me will still be like, yeah, okay, maybe I'll stay hit it. But the other side of me, the logical side of me, is just like, I would never talk to you past that. Like, ever. I would never call you back. Ever. And it's just being real. Like, I can't stand that. Like, I've known girls like that where they just think that they're God's gift to, like, the definition of women. And I'm like, I'm going to give you a real reality slap right now because it's just unattractive. Because the reality is, like, maybe in my mind, this is what's going on. Like, at some point, that beauty is going to go away. And then all you're going to be stuck with is that fucking sour ass attitude. And I won't be dealing with that sour ass attitude. Like, I don't deal with that shit. You know me. Like, I don't deal with bullshit at all. So I don't know. It just made me think. I'm like, I guess hot chicks don't have it easy, because the reality is, like, most guys are probably thinking they're cunty if they're good looking, right? You probably think they're less approachable.
Probably.
Shit don't stink kind of girls.
Probably. That's probably what you think. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand that shit. I can't deal with the sour attitude chick. I just can't.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably what guys think. Then also, there's probably guys who think that they're so hot that they can just approach anybody. And not that they're so hot, but just that, like, they're like the top alpha dog that can just get anything. And really, if you're a dude, isn't that the mentality you should have?
In many respects, yeah, right? Because women, it's although we still have this thin veil of equality, I think women still feel like women or men should be the hunters. They feel like men should still approach them. There's very few times in my life that women have approached me and been like, hey, you know, I think you're attractive. And
why don't you eat me out like groceries?
I don't think I've ever had that.
I want you to devour me like a Subway sub.
Wow. Yeah, no, I've never had that. Not that one. But I think it's very rare that a woman approaches a man, and I think women still demand that a man approaches them. So guys kind of have to have like a I don't give a fuck attitude, but also like a cocky, confident attitude, because women don't want a guy that's not confident. So it's interesting, the dynamic of men and women, for sure.
Yeah, that's true. It's a weird, almost like yin and yang thing of it, kind of.
Yeah.
So
the key though, for me, in my opinion, when I play these variables in my head about relationships and dating, it's like it's this weird thing where women want to be hunted, right? Women want that male lion to hunt them down, and eventually, in a non-rapey way, like hunt them down.
Yeah, don't do what everybody in Hollywood's doing. That's don't take your dick out.
They want that courtship of like being hunted down and being treasured. But at some point, those roles also need to kind of be a little malleable once you get into a relationship phase, because you need to be able to women still want to do that shows dominance and is still quote unquote like a dude. And like I've said to you before, I've had troubles in relationships with that same thing, finding that balance. But the reality is, women still also don't want to constantly be fighting for shit either,
yeah,
you know. And also there needs to be some sort of balance to a guy. Like, you can't, in the beginning, a woman's going to be very likely to be like, okay, we'll do what you want to do. But then, you know, a year, 6 months in, she's going to be like, I'm tired of going with your friends to watch the UFC fights. I'm over this shit. I'll see you later. You go with your boys and I'll go with my girls. You know what I mean?
I'll be like, no, you ain't.
I know what your whores do.
Yeah, your girl's a bunch of hoes. I see Instagram posts.
Yeah, so it's interesting. It's interesting how dynamics do change. And as much as we want to be, you know, we tell ourselves all the time, like, I'm going to be who I am, even when I meet them, so that if we get in a relationship, they know what they're getting themselves into. But something in our biology, something in our like, breeding programming makes us like kind of giddy and probably do more than we would do in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning, you're like, you go above and beyond. You're doing you do the flowers, or you do the candy, and then you write little love messages in the morning. You're like, what are you doing this morning?
We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about this.
You're like, oh yeah, you know.
Okay, let me preference this by saying, oh
God, here we go. Feels like you're really dropping some shit here. Go ahead.
Here we go. I've done a lot. I'm a very Ed Sheeran-esque John Mayer guy. I'm a very deep emotional guy. I've never done what this dude's done.
Oh, we're talking about what just happened.
Yeah, what just
at
happened
the store.
At the store.
So tell him.
All right, I'm a very
a romantic. You're a romantic.
I'm a
guy.
romantic dude.
Okay.
All right, but I'll stab you. I'll stab a motherfucker. Don't get it wrong.
That's gonna be a clip of the week.
I'm very ghetto. I just moved out of the ghetto like 3 years ago. So, all right, let's.
Oh, I need water.
Just so you know. Okay, so we're in we're in a craft store. It rhymes with Reichels. So
Nice.
so we're in there. I'm getting this thing. I'm normally at Michael's anyways. I do a lot of crafts. Once again, I'm a sensitive guy. So I'm doing. I'm in there to get this Christmas angel thing because I'm a good guy, and so it's a sketchbook. So we're looking at sketchbooks, and the things that go along with that. I don't know. So we're confused. So we finally find something. So we're standing in line.
I'm gonna give you some brownie points because let's say you deserve some brownie points. So because you're not gonna do it, you went to Michael's to buy like a sketch thing for like Christmas angel thing.
Yeah,
like
Christmas
to
angel,
give
yeah.
to give to kids or whatever.
Yeah.
So we went to go get sketchbooks because you got one of those angel tag things.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm gonna give you some brownie points so women can be like, oh, he's so nice.
Yeah, that's what I did. And so we stand in line. First thing, props to, I don't know what his name is. I got his name in the
Receipt.
receipt. I don't know. Mad props to that dude. He's the only guy apparently working the cash register.
Yeah, it took a while.
It was like 7 deep. He was a trooper. He was doing it like he had been in Iraq. He was just straight through, didn't show any stress, knocked it all out. So kudos to him. So he's going. There's one dude in front of us. First thing, this dude wore sandals. The guy in front of me wore sandals and socks.
I have a rant about that.
And so I was like, I already know you're not a hitter. I already know that.
You're like, I already tell your dick game's on
Yeah,
point.
it's
You got
not
those sandals
good.
where they goes over your foot, not like through your toes.
Not through your toes. All right. So whatever. Maybe you had to come out quick. I don't know. Well, okay. Whatever though. So, and you have shorts on, not actual shorts. You had exercise shorts on. So I already know you're not
You're not here?
You're not hitting.
Okay.
So, and at first I'm like, what's he doing? Maybe
He looked awkward.
He looked awkward. He looked
Yeah.
concerned. He was like looking around like somebody was gonna hunt him, like the
Yeah.
predator
Yeah.
was stalking him, and it kind of made me nervous.
I
'cause
kept
I'm
an eye on
I'm-
him because he was,
yeah,
he
he's
was being a little
twitchy.
shifty. He was being
I'm
a
like,
little
are you a
shifty, yeah.
terrorist? You're gonna blow yourself up? What's going on right now, homie? And so it made me nervous because I'm like that too, and so I didn't see anything that sense. So I'm like, is he buying a gift card? Like, what's he doing? And so he finally gets up there, and he puts down one bottle, a small little like 3-4 inch bottle, like glass bottle. It's shaped like a heart.
All right, before you keep going, my viewpoint of this was I saw him being shifty, and I was like, all right, well, if this dude tries anything, we're literally next to him, so I'll just take him down or whatever, right? But then
BJJ.
that's right. And then I saw what he had because he kept changing it from one hand to the other and acting kind of like putting it under his armpit. I was like,
Yeah.
what is it? Why is he so twitchy? And then when he shifted it, I was like, it's a glass bottle. And then I kind of got I got a good view of it a little bit, kind of, and I was like, it's a heart-shaped bottle, and I just started fucking laughing on the inside because my defenses at that point were just down, and I was like, I know what this is. So, continue.
Yeah, and so he puts it on the table, and the cashier, my homie, looked at him. He's like, "Oh, that's nice, man. What was it for?" He's like, the dude who bought the bottle goes, "Me and my girlfriend, we put love messages in the bottles, and we send it to each other." You can't see my face right now, but I just looked at him. I was like, "Fucking pussy."
I was waiting to see the cashier's face.
And then the cashier's face just looked at him, just so disgusted. And he turned his face and just looked up, just in disgust, and looked at him like he was little and was just like, the fuck is wrong with you, man?
It's like, I need your man card right now.
Yeah, he was like, and it took him like a whole 15 seconds to even like acknowledge him. He's just looking at him like he's tiny. He's like, the fuck is wrong with you? You a man or what? And the dude at the cash register was like 18, and like I could see his face, and he was thinking. I could tell you what he was thinking. The cash register guy was like, "Look, dude, I'm 18. I do a lot for pussy. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that."
Yeah,
And at that moment, me and the cash register guy were like, "Yeah, we're not doing that." And that's how I got 50% off my bill, because me and the cash register guy mentally clicked.
Yeah, it's hilarious, man, because guys do go above and beyond to get pussy, right? Like, they're willing to go above and beyond to get that kitty. But at the same time, think about that guy. Let's say he stays in that relationship, and they're married, and then you add 20 years to that marriage. That fucking bottle with the notes is not happening. That's not happening, dog. Let's be real honest. Like 2% of relationships ever stay like that. 2%. And whether or not that's right or wrong, that's not for me to say. But what I'm saying is that hormones and emotions do play very heavily in the beginning piece. And as much as you want to be like, yeah, bro, I'm going to be hard as shit in the beginning. That way she knows what she's getting herself into because I'm not going to change, right? But then when you're not with your boys, you're like, hey, baby, here's my glass bottle. You open it when you get home, okay? You text me when you get it. Do you know what I mean?
Possible. It's
You know,
possible.
it's
Hey, I'll play.
courtship is interesting.
I'll play devil's advocate a bit. Maybe they make it forever. Who knows?
Maybe, but I know very few relationships that end up staying like that, like the level where you stay super romantic like that. And that's, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, right? I don't know. I think some of that is you get used to each other and you take each other for granted maybe. But there is some of that where you're just like, oh, man, are you doing this because you really want to do this? Are you doing this because you feel like that's going to get you pussy?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You know, in my long fucking motorcycles. In my time on this earth, I've learned a lot just with varying relationships, and I've gone from like being that guy, like I've been that guy. So I laughed. That's why I laughed in the beginning because I've been that guy. But
All these people come in the store.
doesn't necessarily I'm that guy now. Like I think I'll forever be a sort of romantic in a way, but certain things are definitely like I'm not gonna go above and beyond to do things that I don't feel like I'm gonna do the rest of the relationships, you know. And at the same time, you also never want that thrown in your face in the future. You know, how many times have you heard of women who are just like, I used to be so sweet when we started dating? Like, how often have you heard that?
That
That
happens.
happens.
That does happen.
That happens all the time. So it's one of those situations where you have to also not work on being or taking each other for granted. I think both parties, right? Because I think women are also guilty of shit. You know, men are probably guilty of not being romantic. Women are also guilty of no longer wanting to be sexual with their partners.
Yeah.
I've heard of our relationships that have gone belly up because all of a sudden the chick's just like not putting out, not wanting to have sex, not interested in having sex. And I don't know if those go hand in hand where the guy's not doing the romantic shit, therefore the woman's not into him and not wanting to be intimate with him. I think. Are you there?
Huh? No.
I think that I don't know if that goes hand in hand, but it definitely is a problem for both ends, right? I don't know. I think it's fucking hilarious how far guys are willing to go for pussy because it's not like girls go that far for dick. How many go? And just the fact that you laugh at it proves me right. I mean, when's the last time that you saw a girl be like, "Hey, baby, I brought you a burger," and then just be like, "You want to Netflix and chill?"
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the point, man. Like, it doesn't work the other way around. That's guys have to go above and beyond because they're looking to get laid, and women don't have to do that.
It's a lot less.
It's a different paradigm for sure. It's fascinating though, for sure.
Science, guys.
Just like I was having this discussion before. Why do you think guys send dick pics to girls? First of all,
let them know what's up. I got to send multiples. Don't fit in one.
you're like 6 pictures is what it takes. I got to put them all together, one after the other. If there's a text in between them, it breaks the chain.
That's right.
Doesn't give you the real one-to-one perspective.
You got to put it together like Exodia.
That's exactly what it takes. 5 pictures.
5 pictures.
But yeah, why is that? Like, it's not like we get kitty pictures. It's not like all of a sudden you're just like, "Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Thanks for the good morning picture."
Yeah.
You know, it's a good morning to me.
Yeah, I was like, "Ooh, I love it how it looks in the morning."
And the light shines on it.
Yeah.
You know, there's some guys that probably have done that. They're like, "Yeah, the light shining off of my head looks good here.
Yeah,
Let me
I love
send
it.
this over."
The morning sunrise makes it look extravascular.
You're just like, yeah. What is it called? Photography. In photography, there's a saying for that. Like the sunset and the sunrise lighting. It's gonna bug me. There's a special word for that because that's like the best lighting. That's the lighting you want to shoot for is those 2 times because that's the best lighting.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a word for it. But if I would have had that word, I would have dropped it right now, like fire. But anyways, Yeah, ultimately, why do you think it's so such a difference in styles of approach? Because I know women who get dick pics, first of all, without knowing the dude and without asking for them. They just get them. And not just one girl, dude. Multiple girls get them all the time. Can you imagine what these Instagram hoes get? They're probably getting dick pics by the second. It's probably like, pow, pow, dick pic, dick pic, dick pic, dick pic, dick pic. I'm going to use this as a clip, just the part that says dick pic, dick pic, dick pic, dick pic, dick pic. You know, it's probably like all the time, constant. And it's fucking hilarious because I'll talk to these girls and I'm like, well, what do they say? They're like, nothing. They just send me a pic. And I'm like, what is like, and it's usually, they say it's usually like the same poses and stuff. Like dudes have like very little like creativity. So it's like the same pose.
Well, how much creativity do they want? They want me to put it like in this...
They want you to
This
put
like
it next
umbrella
to the Starbucks
hole?
cup.
Like, they want me to put it in this umbrella hole? Or like what?
Next to the Starbucks cup and been like, yeah. Then you get your coffee afterwards.
Want me to put like a little string to it and boxing gloves? Like, what do you want?
A little Christmas bow tie.
Oh, you want me to get a...
Dick in a box, dog. Just
No,
put it on dick in
you
the box.
want me to like cut little ears for it and make it look like an elephant trunk? Like, what do
jeez.
you want me to do?
What are those things that like Instagram chicks love a lot? The little cat ears with little cat ears.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but you get them all the time. So I wondered, like, I was asked this question. I was asked, like, why is it? What prompts somebody to send these out? And like I was saying, I think it's the difference in the styles. Men are usually very visual people. Are they sitting down?
No.
Are these people sitting down? Because I can't continue this conversation.
No,
if
I
we're
say
sitting
if they were, they're about to be traumatized.
down. my
going.
huh?
They're going. They're gonna go have family fun night.
My way of reasoning this was, I feel like men are visual people. You know, everything is created for men visually. You know, our ads for cars are like these beautiful shots of cars running in the mountains back and forth. And that puts us into that situation. We're like, oh man, I want to be that dude that's in that car driving on the side of that mountain by the river and just running through the gears. Just we put ourselves into those things because visually we get stimulated by that. So we see the beautiful car shots with the lighting on them, the curves of the car. We're like, wow, that's sexy. How many times have you heard guys being like, that's a sexy car? You hear it all the time, right?
Yeah.
You see like commercials for anything, like your vacation. It's like, well, I'm trying to think of things that are tailored to men. What other things are tailored to men? Think of like man shit. You see like ads for what else is tailored to men? Cars are tailored to men for sure. I mean, anything that they're tailoring to men usually has either a woman on it or
Xbox and like PlayStations. They're always showing you like the curvature of the
oh yeah,
Xbox.
They show the curvature of the systems themselves.
Yeah.
They put the lighting so they look really nicely.
Yeah.
They turn. I mean, men are visual people. So just like cars are marketed, just like sexuality is marketed to anything that is used with men, so women are usually attached to it. But also, if you think about it, pornography, it's tailored to men. Like, it's usually men being slightly more dominant towards women being a little bit more submissive to men. It's shot in a way what guys would want to see, I would assume. It's never like, usually, by the way, because there are some probably guys that are into it, but it's usually never like girls being dominant to guys. Not usually the case. I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure everything's out there. But I think everything's catered towards men in a visual nature. So when men send a dick pic, they're thinking that women are going to react to that picture the way men would react to the picture. Like, for example, if we got a topless pic of a chick, we'd be like, damn, I'll be right over. And you're like, and that car, and you're like, going through the gears, you know?
You have a motorcycle helmet and you're riding a cheetah.
That's some manly shit. You're like, motorcycle helmet riding a cheetah. Got an axe in the other hand. You're like, let's go.
Yeah.
And the beard's poking out of your helmet.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like it's. I think we act as we think that women will respond because we think from a guy's mindset. But I think that's the opposite of what women would like. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's some freaks out there that would love to get a dick pic. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm sure there's some girls that love dick and they're just like, wow, that's a good looking dick. You know, they can appreciate it. A meaty hog coming their way. But at the same time, I think men think that women would respond to them the way they would want a woman to respond to them. So as men are visual creatures, we would love to get a nude of a chick, and just in the morning, just for like good morning, and it's just like your tits just popping out and the beautiful sunlight of the morning sunrise.
Yeah.
You know, we'd be like, wow, that's awesome. You know, I think from a guy's standpoint, we're like, yeah, let me ride in my badass Cheetah over to your house. But
My battle cat.
women are more emotional creatures. You know, women love, for example, that's why women love like love stories. Like women love things like The Notebook, and they love things because they put themselves into the story of that character. So they see, what's the girl's name in The Notebook? Whatever. They pretend they're the girl and they're trying to get with Noah, and they're like, oh, I love that guy, right? They put themselves into that, and that's how they get stimulated. They get stimulated by emotion, and they get stimulated by scenarios. And we're like, whatever. You know, that's not visually stimulating to us, so we're like, whatever. So if there was an equivalent way to do that via DM, you know, I don't think there is. So I think it's harder to do that via text or DM.
Yeah.
To emotionally put a woman into a position where they're emotionally turned on.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, I am willing to argue the fact that since women are putting themselves in situations with men... Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Fuck it, I'm over.
That's it, man.
I just feel like that was my point. My point is that women are very quick to talk shit about men about pornography because they're like, oh, men are watch too much pornography, and it's just like, hold on, but we don't criticize you when you're putting yourself in the situation where Nora's fucking you up against the wall.
Wow.
Right?
That escalated.
No, but let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're visual, if our stimulation is visual, and that's kind of cool. If our stimulation is visual, and we're doing that via pornography, for example, right? Isn't it the same type of stimulation that girls are getting via, like, that's pretty cool. Get off your phone. You're distracting me. Isn't that the same stimulus that women are getting with The Notebook? But yet because one is taboo and one isn't, we're getting the brunt of it because of it?
Yeah.
I mean, I can make an argument for that. I think there is an argument to be said about that. I mean, whether whatever the actions are taking place in there doesn't change the fact that what you're watching that for is a stimulus. And just because we have different stimulus doesn't necessarily mean that one's better than the other. We just have different stimulus.
Just different.
Yeah. Anyways, that was my point to that. That's my thoughts on dick pics.
Hey, well, covered a lot right there, man. So far, this has been nothing but science.
This has been a great podcast. Dropping fucking mad science on this.
The pick for this seems to be...
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
Bill Nye.
Why Bill Nye?
Why not?
I think he's
Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Is there a picture with both of them?
And then where we put our heads.
On both of them.
But if we cover their faces, they can't tell who they are.
Yeah, you can. One will be black and the other one will be...
How if your head's on it?
No. Okay, you're going to have to do a lot.
No, I'm not going to do a lot. I like the shitty photoshops.
All right, well, it'll be some generic scientists, okay?
I guess. I'll think about it.
Some that have lab coats on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think there is an argument to be made there.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know.
Shout
This
out to
music sucks. This song sucks. How about that?
They heard you talking about...
When are they gonna throw those fat beats they were throwing the other week? Remember that one time we were here? We're like, this is some badass music.
Yeah, they should.
God, this is bad music. So, anyways,
oh, you want to talk about our new event? The song really is putting me to sleep.
this song is terrible.
All right, you want to tell them about our new...
Is that bird shit on the speaker?
Maybe.
Anyways, go ahead. The new what?
Our new our new business we're opening up.
Oh yeah, tell them about the new business, dog.
All right. So you apparently know somebody who sells what, ties?
Yeah. I know somebody who sells ties online.
Apparently that's a business. A successful business?
I from what I hear, yes.
You said they drive a Lamborghini, so it has to be successful. So we were thinking we need something like that we can do out of our house.
Right.
What does everybody need? What should everybody have? What should everybody be using on a Friday, Saturday, probably Sunday? If you real freaking got nothing to do during the week, what should you be using? And what do you need? And what do you want to get discreetly? You've gone on rants about this.
I have gone on rants about this. I'll try to find those and post them down below. Don't do it. I'm not going to do it. Don't look below.
Damn.
Condoms. We're talking about condoms.
Exactly. Mail order condoms.
Mail order condoms. You just order
Straight
them.
to your house.
So we'll do like a monthly subscription service.
That's right.
Like one of those boxes that everybody has.
That's right.
And then we'll do like special things like we'll include lube. Dude, there's got to be one of these already, right? Somebody's got to have one of these like sexual boxes a month. Monthly sexual boxes. I bet money that there's somebody there. If there isn't, we just gave somebody $1 million business.
Okay, ours is going to be different though.
Okay, tell him.
You put the idea of why to get sexual music all of a sudden.
Trying to let us know what's up.
We're getting kicked out after we said this. So you said, well, it needs to be something special. Just like your tattoo on the arm, it's going to give you a tattoo on your giant meat staff.
It's like an outline, right, on the condom.
Fuck.
That guy's drunk.
Yeah. He's going to just keep going. Wow, he almost did. Yeah, I'm going to let him go first. So anyways, yeah, it's going to give you an outline.
Yeah, but the catch is that every condom is different.
Yep.
It's like a Chinese fortune cookie of condoms. So every condom's gonna be different. Mm-hmm. Every time you get something different, it's like, pow! What is this? Oh snap! I got the cheetah skin.
That's right.
Bam! I got the alligator type.
That's right. Exactly.
That's right. So for a second there, guys are gonna be like, I really gonna give it to this girl though. But first, I gotta see what this design is.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like, oh snap! I got the limited edition gold dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like the rare Funko Pops I'm always after.
So our guy's gonna be like, I used this already, but I can't get rid of it. I gotta prove I had it, so I'm gonna just save it, rinse it out.
Yeah.
Hey, put it through the faucet real quick.
Yeah.
This is a rare one. It's only 1 in 55 condoms that have the golden dragon on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Or also, I was saying, you could just go by size, like 1 to 5 inch is like the garden snake. 6 to 10 is like the python.
But are you gonna make guys feel bad that have like the small package?
You take that up with God.
You're like, I didn't make you.
I didn't make you. What mad at me for? And then 10 plus, we'll call it the Black Mamba.
The man. And then we have like limited edition themes. Like we'll start getting like the first Johto region Pokemon.
Wow. Okay.
And then we'll go to like Kanto, and then we'll go like all the other ones. For like the nerdy people. You know?
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah, there you go, man.
Different themes. So eventually we'll get like different properties. So we'll be like, oh, you got the Iron Man one this week because we got the Marvel properties.
There you go. That
way too. Like the pops of condoms.
Yeah, there you go. And that way too, if your girl sees, because we're gonna have a fancy box. You can't just no,
you gotta go fancy.
Yeah,
on it.
fancy box.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you got the Black Mamba, and that way if your girl sees, she's like, oh. You got the Black Mamba, huh? I don't feel like the Black Mamba. Busting up these guts.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
What, man? Who's like busting up these guts?
Yeah, man. Well, I've heard varying opinions on that. I've heard some. So there's like that. There's always been like that length versus girth argument, right? Like if
busting up these guts.
Dude, this podcast should be rated like adults 24 up.
30 plus.
Like the reality is, like I talk to women, and sometimes they're some women are like length girls, where they're like, I need a certain length, like I need a minimum of x inches, right? Go ask your friend over there. But there are some girls who feel like they like the girth better. I mean, it's hard quantifying girth, right? But I think some chicks like girthiness. Like some chicks like to, like you said, some chicks like to what'd you say? What was the terminology you used there?
I don't want to say it anymore.
Busting up the guts.
Busting up them guts.
So I would assume that's a length situation, and some chicks just like the seam opened up a little bit more with some girth. You know what I'm saying? Just
wow.
Just like pow, like those hentais where it's just like the chick breaks apart. Nah, it's probably a combination of the two. But anyways, yeah, man. And some chicks look, but you know where our condom situation really fails? You know where it really fails?
Where?
In glue stick situations. In glue stick situations.
Oh, wow.
If you guys don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you need to listen to the last podcast. What is it, 73? 73 is where I had a little story. It's towards the end of the podcast. Yeah, but some chicks love that.
They love the glue stick?
Some chicks love the glue stick, dog. You know, it's like you gotta pretend like it's not just a glue stick. It's like super glue, dog. You gotta be able just to get in there and you just like rub it up and down, and then you gotta like hold it shut like super glue, and you're like,
oh my god, dude.
You gotta hope that's 30 seconds. That's the glue. That super glue says 30 seconds, and then it's sealed shut. I'm trying to close it up. I think I almost. It's almost close. I'm just trying to help you out.
Oh my god.
There, more super glue. More super glue, and then.
Oh my god. That's the worst thing ever.
I wonder if there's a way to put an 18 plus on this video.
You need to.
I'm like, oh, you gotta verify your age with YouTube before you see this video, or iTunes in the future.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
But you know what? Every single time that I think that we've gone a little too far on this podcast, I think of any of the horrible shit that like Joey Diaz has said, and I'm like,
on
we're
YouTube?
fine. Yeah, he is. Yeah. So if YouTube ever comes at me, or in the future iTunes ever comes at me and says, yo, we can't let you put any of this up, I'm like, hold on, you gotta take that motherfucker down first. And he's got 9 billion subscribers compared to mine. So when he gets taken down, because he's talking about doing coke rocks off a chick's pussy, don't come back to me until he's down first. I love Joey Diaz, so he's gonna be my bird in the cage, if you will, for analogy's sake.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. I don't think I can beat a super glue stick and blowing it closed. I think this is the end of the podcast. And there's no way in hell I could use this as a clip for the week.
No
Instagram's
way.
like, yeah, no, for sure we're taking you down.
Like, so FBI is on the way to your house.
Yeah, man.
Like, you said you like gluing people together. Like, no, you took it out of context.
Listen to podcast 73 first, and then talk to me.
Oh,
yeah, man. All right, man. Anything you want to tell people? I feel like I feel bad a bit. Not really. I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. But I feel like we do 3 weeks of Black Friday. It's like talk about Black Friday, then pre-Black Friday, and then next week we're going to talk about Black Friday again. How it went on Black Friday.
That's how we get ready for Black Friday.
Look, people, this is my sport of the year. Okay, if I train for one thing all year long,
So I mean, be
this
like,
is it.
well, Lord, talking about my kids who don't listen to me or whatever bullshit. Oh man, that was a whole nother thing I had to talk about.
Go ahead, dude.
No, it's another thing.
Just write down for next week.
Yeah, next week.
I'm surprised Whale Lower isn't here. We're good, dude. We actually did it for once.
We'll end up busting them guts out and.
Oh, jeez.
And
this is the best coffee I had in a while.
Sealing you up. It's like how God made you, I guess.
You guys know the drill. Links down below. Like the video, subscribe, share with somebody if they need a laugh and are over 18.
Yeah, mostly that.
See you guys next week. Any last words?
Nope.